wasting some time here with a replay sent in by Colin Matz on Tier 10 Khabarovsk. I'm sure I'm probably messing that up. We're going to call it the Kebab. And he is on a map that I forgot the name of.
Action station.
Let me look up what the map. Alright, the map name is Mountain Range. I don't remember all the new maps quite yet. But yeah, Tier 10 Destroyer. The good thing about here, and this is a issue with Matchmaker in my opinion, there is a Fubuki on the enemy team against 3 enemy destroyers. It's a really good example of when you get a matchup like that, there's no destroyers that are a counter to you in the Khabarovsk or the Kebab. You can just rack up some just ridiculous numbers. And let's see how Colin does it here. It's fairly standard, just kind of poking around the edges, not doing anything too crazy. And the important part about playing a destroyer is not jumping in and getting yourself killed in the first 5 minutes of battle, because you will become more valuable the later in the game that you get. And no enemy sighted, nice and fast the Russian DDs. And man, I'm at the Tashkent myself right now. That thing is just so big and such a fairly easy target to hit, even though it's really fast. It's just so gigantic. It's kind of crazy. But you know, the Russian destroyers are just not stealthy. They're have a lot of hit points for a destroyer, and they have really good guns and shell velocity. And you can see Colin's his shell range is 15.6, which is kind of silly. That Atago is well within his gun range. And since there's nobody really here to stop him, Colin can kind of do whatever he wants. The of course, enemy carrier could be an issue if they start targeting you. And here's the team list right there. Fairly solid Tier 10 match. Torps out towards the Atago, but he is turning away already. I don't think we're going to get any hits there. I think Colin's just kind of looking to see what can be done right now. That Atago gets cross dropped fairly well by the friendly destroyer, or carrier I mean. And Colin smokes up, puts it into park here. It starts raining some fire down on this Mogami. He gets fire number 1 there, and this Mogami is just gonna have a bad time of it right now. Not really what you want to be the attention of a Kebab in the first few minutes of the match. And getting some decently accurate return fire into Colin's smoke right now. Friendly destroyer has been killed, and that Atago has also been destroyed by the carrier. It's always nice to have a good carrier player on your team here. Oh man, I know I'm gonna have to adjust my volume from the constant barrage shells here. Just raining fire, and it's nice that it's fairly accurate fire too. It gets there pretty quick, 7 seconds to target. If you were in a American destroyer, it would almost be 11 seconds to target this 12 kilometers out. And Colin is still getting hit a little bit. Got his engine knocked out. Repairs that. Torpedoes incoming. Kick in the engine here. Easily dodge those torps. And now he has that lone enemy Fubuki all to himself. There's no way this guy's going to get away. He's returning fire, but it's definitely not going to save him. Keeping the fire up, and that should be it for well, almost it. And there it is right there. Kill number 1. 33 hits on that Fubuki, it looked like there. And Colin's repair is back up already. He has a premium version of the repair party, which is never a bad idea in my opinion. And heading out like a baby. Making like a baby and head out. You know, it's early, guys. It's early. Competence is lower than normal before noon. And now what does Colin get to do? Gonna run around out here, and he's fairly he's basically by himself right now. He just have one battleship behind him there. Everybody else has gone to the other side of the map, kind of shifting over that way, and Colin is kind of faced with an interesting situation. Enemy carriers are busy on the other side of the map, left over to his own just all by himself, man. I mean, and what do you do when that happens? Well, you stop in front of a ship you want to shoot, launch some torps at their face, and now just barely detected there. It's 8.7 detection range. Calling to get some shots out on this guy. This Yamato obviously doesn't have a full secondary build, so it goes out to 10.6. And Colin's going to get some nice parting shots from this gentleman. Heading away from him here. He's not paying too much attention to Colin. And just landing some rounds on him. Missing a few there. There we go, getting some solid hits on the deck right there of that ship. And is that torpedo gonna... No. Torpedo missed. And Colin is safely behind an island now. Enemy Mogami is turning around, doesn't want any of that. I think Colin may hit that Azumo behind him. Yeah, got a torp hit to that Azumo behind that Yamato there. Could be an alright idea to get a fire on that Azumo. I think this may have been a bit of a replay glitch right here, actually. Because obviously the cursor's in the wrong place for those shells to be hitting that Azumo. There we go, getting some shots in that. Talk about a replay bug, man. Goodness. That's just shenanigans right there. It's crazy. Obviously, you wouldn't hit that Azumo if your cursor was really there. There we go. It snaps to it. Wargaming in their replay shenanigans. It looks like Colin got a bit close to this Yamato, and it's getting some secondary fire. And it looks like Colin is going to slam on the brakes here, pop some smoke, no longer spotted. There he's detected there for a second, not slowed down all the way. Back into the self, and going to shoot away at this poor Yamato. I'm not sure Colin doesn't back up out of his smoke here. He doesn't. Going into a full stop. There it is. Get another fire on the guy. That's fire number 10 right there. And that Azumo has turned around. This Yamato getting dropped on by the friendly carrier. Taking a lot of... That was about 3 torps he took. And a cross drop. 2 more torps into the side of that guy at least. And sometimes you just get picked on when you're in a Yamato. You don't have any cover. Enemy cruisers are all on the other side of the map. It would have been nice if they had stayed with this Yamato. They could have helped them. Friendly cruiser is shooting into the Yamato. Man, that friendly cruiser is extremely close. He's probably going to get beat up by secondaries there. Oh, that's close to the Azumo, actually. And Colin doesn't get the last hit, but he did put 89 shots into the guy. And this Azumo is looks like he wants to get shot too. Smoke's probably going to be up in a little bit. That Azumo does kill that friendly cruiser. But Colin does get another fire onto this zoo. Well, that's just silly. And he just got dive bombed by a friendly. And Colin's team there. I believe this guy is going to burn down. If not burned down, Colin's just going to gun him down. There we go. Last few ticks. And there it is. Kill number 2. Few more rounds into it, and to Hindenburg. This could be more. This is much more dangerous for a Kebab than anything else. Honestly, the show velocity, he may be able to get some hits into Colin here. Colin's just gonna rain down the fire on this guy though, and I think Colin may. I think he's using. I think he is using the premium smoke to reduce the time here. And another fire on that Hindenburg. And that's what you do with a Kebab. You can just mess people up badly. Just with this silly rate of fire. 300 plus hits so far, 15 fires. I mean, if it ended right now, that's already a really good game. And Colin going into chase mode here on this Hindenburg. Hindenburg's not even paying attention to him anymore. He doesn't want any of that. Throwing out a whole bag of nopes. And Colin's team doing fairly well. It is 7 versus 4, so definitely an advantage here. This New Orleans doesn't know what he's walking into. He may not be the best choice. He is trying to run away. He's going to get a few hits from a few shells from Colin though. He does return fire. See if Colin can do a bit of a dodge here. And it's kind of unfortunate that you can't see the rudder shift in the replays. But I mean, he was obviously turning if you were looking at the mini-map. And looking to launch some torps at this Hindenburg or this New Orleans. Which one he's going to look for. Would stand to reasons, to me anyways, that the New Orleans wouldn't be turning quite as much. He may have actually catch that Hindenburg because he's turning around too. Hindenburg is probably going to take some torpedoes from the friendly carrier. Top contributors to the team right now, I would have to say, would be Colin and the 2 carriers. They've been putting some good work in. And get another fire on that New Orleans. He puts it out. And rounds out on this guy. Another fire. Excuse me, sir. Would you like some fire? Everybody wants fire. And that's, man, 2 fires on the rear of that guy. And Colin gets hit himself here. He does do the throw his repair out, put that fire out, and use some smoke. That guy is about to... He almost caught that Hindenburg with those torps. Does get his engine knocked out. I think that Hindenburg's engine may be knocked out too. He is going extremely slow. And that kill was kind of snatched from Colin there. I think we'll get the burn tick there. There it is. Burn on the last cruiser. Just 2 enemy carriers to go kill. And already a really nice game. 370 hits on the target there. That's just silly. Colin's going to use his repair again. I mean, if you noticed, definitely that premium repair kit for Colin has really paid off. He has used it quite a bit to nice effect. Worth the money in this round at least. And now just a carrier hunt. Let's go kill those guys. Yeah, definitely. I think a big mistake on the enemy team there is leaving those battleships unsupported, or those battleships, sailing around unsupported. Man, go to your cruisers, try to get away from some of those fighters, and then let's go Let's go kill some carriers. And I would assume Colin is trying to just see which direction that Lexington is going, and he was backing up. It's not the best strategy, but I guess it's a strategy. I don't know. Being caught flat-footed, never a good thing. Shots out on this Lexington. And Lexington trying to do a bit of dodging. I'm assuming Colin was selecting those aircraft for his AA. Not going to do too much with against those high-tier carriers. Aircraft anyways. And gets another fire on this Lexington. Can he get the last hit? There it is. There's a Confederate. Nicely done. And obviously there's an enemy carrier fairly close ahead right in front of Colin here. Hasn't been spotted in the match yet.
Engine boost deactivated.
And those enemy torpedo bombers just fly straight over. They're going somewhere and it looks like they're going to go die. And there's the Essex right there. Make you wonder why they're doing torpedo bombers by the ships that are shooting at them. Colin gets some shots out on this Essex. He is right at the edge of the map there. He is grinding the border a bit right now. But he doesn't have anywhere else to run. I think he's probably going to slam the brakes on from those torpedoes, the enemy fracas. If I had to guess, yeah, it does look like he is going to take 2, maybe 3. Yeah, that was 3 torps. He may take another one from that other volley. Definitely slammed the brakes on, but that just puts him closer to Colin and his just silly Russian destroyer. Not the best torpedoes, not good concealment, but man, look at that the hit counter. If you like ribbons, this is the ship to get him. That would be fire number 20 run right there. That Essex just kind of gave up, I think, and just is getting abused. See if Colin gets the last hit here. There we go. Kill number 5. That was Kraken Unleashed. Very nice. Thanks for sending that in, Colin. And to the end screens, 493,000 credits earned, 167,000 damage. Nice. And 479 hits with the main battery. That's just, it's really kind of silly. Top of the team here, and top contributors were Taiho, Yamato, and the Lexington. So they did a nice amount of work. Colin shot down 1 aircraft. Of all the things he did, that's kind of a funny little thing. Anyways, and to the end screen here, 49,000 damage on fires. Seems like, man, you do 21 fires and that's all you get. Seems like it should be a bit more, but nice damage from the main batteries, just from the ridiculous amount of hits. And to the money, made a decent amount of money. Definitely didn't lose any money with this round. Yeah, that's it. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Come back and see me.